Hi, I'm Kristen Amdahl and welcome back to my studio and channel. In this video, I'm going to show you some tips and tricks for making the beautiful Infinite Friendship Crochet Shawl. Crocheting is a creative act that can impact all cultures, countries, and communities. This beautiful crochet shawl was created live with people all around the world watching, supporting, and giving their real-time feedback. This shawl symbolizes creativity, community, and the ability to touch hearts all over the world. The Infinite Friendship Shawl is a top-down increasing shawl with a repeating pattern and a beautiful floral edging. Let's get started. You will need 650 yards of number 3 DK weight yarn, an I9 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, yarn needle, and scissors. This shawl is shown in Be So Baby yarn in 5 different colors, 1 ball of color A prints, 1 ball of color B periwinkle, 1 ball of color C orchid, 1 ball of color D violet, and 2 balls of color E eggplant. Follow the link in the video description to download the pattern, including charts, and to get more information on ordering Be So Baby yarn and the crochet hook and tools we'll be using today. You can make this beautiful shawl in any combination of colors. We used 5 colors in equal size stripes in this shawl, and to do that identically, you're going to want to work 7 rows of the stitch pattern in each color. Otherwise, you could do this all in 1 color, in 2 colors. There's no wrong combination of colors to make this shawl. To begin with, we tie our yarn to our crochet hook and chain 5. Slip stitch to the 5th chain from your hook to form a ring. Chain 6, which counts as a treble crochet, chain 2. And then in the ring, we're going to work a treble crochet. Yarn over your hook twice, insert your hook in the ring, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and then we're going to chain 2 and treble crochet in the ring 6 more times. This is what your work should look like at the end of row 1. You should have 7 chain 2 spaces. Row 2 begins with a chain 1 and a single crochet in that first stitch. Chain 5 and 5 treble crochets in the next chain 2 space. Chain 5 and single crochet in the next chain 2 space. Chain 5. Our repeat is the chain 5, 5 trebles in the next chain 2 space, chain 5, and single crochet in the next chain 2 space. And we're going to repeat that all the way across. At the end of the last repeat, we chain 5. Instead of single crocheting in the next chain 2 space, we're going to single crochet in the 4th chain of the chain 6 at the beginning of the row. And this is what the end of row 2 should look like. You should have 4 5 treble crochet sections. Row 3 begins with a chain 9, which counts as a double treble crochet and a chain 4. Turn our work. Work 1 single crochet into each of the next 5 treble crochets. Chain 9. Single crochet 1 time into each of the next 5 trebles, and we're going to repeat this all the way across. At the end of the row, chain 4 and double treble crochet into the last single crochet. Double treble is yarn over 3 times, insert your hook into the specified stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook, and yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook. And this is what your work should look like at the end of row 3. We should have 1 to 3 chain 9 spaces. Remember that that first chain 9 space at the beginning of the row actually replicates a double treble crochet chain 4, which is what we did at the end of the row. So this is what your work should look like at the end of row 3. Row 4 begins with a chain 6, which counts as a treble crochet chain 2, turn or work, and work a treble crochet, chain 2, treble crochet, all in that same first stitch. Like that. Then we're going to chain 4, skip the next single crochet, work 1 single crochet into each of the next 3 single crochets, chain 4, then in the next chain 9 space we're going to find the center chain, which is the 5th chain of the chain 9, and we're going to work treble crochet, chain 2, treble crochet into that specific stitch chain. Chain 4, skip the next single crochet, 1 single crochet into each of the next 3 single crochets, chain 4, in the next chain 9 space you want to locate the 5th or center chain of that chain 9 space, and we're going to work a treble crochet, then chain 2 treble crochet 3 times, chain 2 treble 3 times. You want to have a total of 3 chain 2 spaces. Then it's chain 4, skip the next single crochet, 1 single crochet into each of the next 3 single crochets, chain 4, then working in the center chain of the next chain 9 space, we'll work treble crochet, chain 2 treble crochet, chain 4, skip the next single crochet, 1 single crochet into each of the next 3 single crochets, chain 4, and then working into the 5th chain of the last chain 9 space, we're going to work treble crochet, chain 2, treble crochet, chain 2, treble crochet, all into that same chain. And this is what your work should look like at the end of row 4. At the end of row 4, you should have 9 chain 2 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Row 5 begins with a chain 4, which counts as our first treble crochet, and we're going to work 4 treble crochets in that first chain 2 space. Chain 5, single crochet in the next treble crochet, chain 5, 4 treble crochets in the next chain 2 space, chain 5, skip the next single crochet and single crochet in the next single crochet, chain 5, 5 treble crochets in the next chain 2 space, chain 5, Skip the next single crochet in the next single crochet, chain 5, 5 treble crochets in the next chain 2 space, chain 5, single crochet in the next treble crochet, chain 5, 5 treble crochets in the next chain 2 space, chain 5, single crochet in the next treble crochet, chain 5, 5 treble crochets in the next chain 2 space, chain 5, skip the next single crochet in the next single crochet, chain 5, 5 treble crochets in the next chain 2 space, chain 5, skip the next single crochet in the next single crochet, chain 5, 5 treble crochets in the next chain 2 space, chain 5, single crochet in the next treble crochet, chain 5, and 5 treble crochets in the last chain 2 space. This is what your work should look like at the end of row 5. You should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 5 treble crochet sections. Row 6 begins with a chain 1 and 1 single crochet into each of the next 5 stitches, chain 9, and 1 single crochet into each of the next 5 stitches or treble crochets. And that's our repeat for this row, chain 9 and 1 single crochet into each of the next 5 treble crochets. This is what your work should look like at the end of row 6. You should have 8 chain 9 spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We're ready to begin row 7. So we're going to pick up our work and slip stitch into the second single crochet, chain 1, 1 single crochet in the same stitch, and 1 single crochet into each of the next 2 stitches, chain 4, and then working into the 5th chain of the next chain 9 space, we're going to work treble crochet, chain 2, treble crochet, chain 4, skip the next single crochet, 1 single crochet into each of the next 3 single crochets, chain 4, in the 5th chain of the next chain 9 space, work treble crochet, chain 2, and treble crochet, chain 4, skip the next single crochet, 1 single crochet into each of the next 3 single crochets, and we're going to repeat this all the way across. This is what your work should look like at the end of row 7. You should have 8 chain 2 spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if you are doing the 5 color stripe sequence, it is at the end of each 7th row that you're going to cut your yarn and fasten off before beginning the next color. If you're not cutting yarn and joining Row 8 would begin with slip stitching into the center single crochet of those 3 single crochets at the end of the last row. But because we are going to start a new color, we're going to tie that yarn to our crochet hook, and we're still going to slip stitch into that center single crochet of the 3 single crochets that present themselves from the end of the last row. We're going to slip stitch to join, chain 1, and single crochet in that same stitch. Chain 5. In the next chain 2 space, work 5 treble crochets. Chain 5. Single crochet into the second single crochet of the 3 single crochet section on the row below. Chain 5. And we're going to repeat this all the way across. This is what the end of row 8 should look like. You should have 8 5 treble crochet sections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now, for the rest of the pattern, we're going to be repeating rows 3 through 8 4 more times, and then you want to repeat rows 3 through 5 one more time after that. The edging begins after a repeat of row 5. So if you're doing this in a different size yarn, doing a larger or smaller shawl, it doesn't matter. You want to repeat rows 3 through 8 for as many times as you need for your particular shawl, and then repeat rows 3 through 5 once more. On every repeat of row 4, we're going to be doing that single increase on the edges and the double increase in the center, meaning we put an extra chain 2 space on each side of the row and 2 extra chain 2 spaces in the middle of the row, which is what gives us 4 extra 5 treble crochet sections in the following row after that, or row 5. So as we repeat rows 3 through 8, on those particular repeated rows, you'll be increasing by 4 more chain 2 spaces and then 4 more 5 treble crochet sections here, here, and here. And the section in the middle, you'll end up working that even more times, because that section's just going to keep getting longer the larger our shawl gets. So in the written pattern, I write out the first repeat of rows 3 through 8 one more time so you can get those specific stitch counts and start to really grasp how you do those increases while repeating the same rows that we did previously. The chart also repeats that first set of repeated increases as well, so you can follow along in both of those in the pattern. And I'm going to repeat now 3 through 5 one more time so that I can show you this amazing edging. This is what the end of row 9 should look like. Row 9 is simply a repeat of row 3, and then row 10 begins with a chain 6, which counts as a treble crochet chain 2, and we're going to work our single increase in this first stitch, which is treble crochet, chain 2, and treble crochet. So we will now have 2 chain 2 spaces on that first edge. Chain 4, skip the next single crochet, 1 single crochet into each of the next 3 single crochets, and then there's a bracket in the next section for the shawl, and that's because this is the part that will grow as we repeat row 10 for the rest of the pattern, which is a repeat of row 4. As we repeat it, it's the section in brackets that will grow. There will be 1 more repeat of the bracket section on every repeat of row 4 going forward. So in that bracket is chain 4, treble crochet, chain 2, treble crochet in the 5th chain of the next chain 9 space, chain 4, skip the next single crochet and 1 single crochet into each of the next 3 single crochets. Okay, so on this particular repeat of row 4, we're going to repeat what I just did in the brackets for a total of 3 times. So that was our first repeat. We'll do it 2 more times. Okay, we did inside the brackets 3 times. Now we're ready to do the double increase in the center of our shawl, which is what gives us that nice big corner point for the triangle. And so that section is chain 4. And in the 5th chain of that next chain 9 space, we're going to work treble crochet, then chain 2 treble crochet 3 times in that same space, in that same chain. And there's our double increase. Instead of just 1 chain 2 space, we have 3. Chain 4. Skip the next single crochet, 1 single crochet into each of the next 3 single crochets. And now we're going to work in the brackets again 3 times. After the last repeat, we finish the row with a chain 4, and then in the 5th chain of that beginning chain 9 space that counted as a double treble crochet chain 4, we're going to work treble crochet, chain 2, treble crochet, chain 2, and treble crochet. And this is what your work should look like at the end of row 10. We should have 13 chain 2 spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Perfect. Next is row 11, which is a repeat of row 5. We're going to work a chain 4, which counts as a treble crochet, and work 4 treble crochets in that first chain 2 space. Chain 5, single crochet in the next treble crochet, chain 5, 5 treble crochets in the next chain 2 space, chain 5, skip the next single crochet and single crochet in the next single crochet, chain 5, and 5 treble crochets in the next chain 2 space. Again, on this row, we have a section in brackets. That section in brackets is what we're working in even on either side of the increases. So we have our single increases on the side, double increases in the center, and single increases on the side of the triangle so that it can continue to grow. And as we work even in pattern along the sides of the triangle, every time we repeat that particular row of the pattern, the section in brackets will repeat by more repeats in each subsequent row. So for our brackets on row 11, it's chain 5, skip the next single crochet in the next single crochet, chain 5, and 5 treble crochets in the next chain 2 space. And we repeat that 3 times across to the center of the shawl. Okay, we're up to the center of the shawl now, so it's chain 5, skip 1 single crochet in the next, chain 5, 5 treble crochets in the next chain 2 space, chain 5, single crochet in the next treble crochet, chain 5, 5 treble crochets in the next chain 2 space, chain 5, single crochet in the next treble crochet, chain 5, 5 treble crochets in the next chain 2 space, chain 5, skip the next single crochet and single crochet in the next. And so we'll repeat in the brackets 3 times across this length of the shawl, and I'll show you how we finish up the end of the row. At the end of the last repeat, we're going to work 5 treble crochets in that second to last chain 2 space, chain 5, single crochet in the next treble crochet, chain 5, and 5 treble crochets in the last chain 2 space. And this is what your work should look like at the end of row 11. You should have 13 5 treble crochet sections, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Perfect. This is also a repeat of row 5, which is where you need to end to begin the edging. Our edging is done in 2 rows. The first edging row, for the shawl, it's row 37, but again, if you're making this any size or modifying it in any way, this is the first of the 2 edging rows. So the first row starts with a chain 4, which counts as a treble crochet, and 1 treble crochet into each of the next 4 treble crochets. Chain 9, and single crochet in the next single crochet. Chain 9, and 1 treble crochet into each of the next 5 treble crochets. And so our repeat for this row is chain 9, single crochet in the next single crochet, chain 9, and 1 treble crochet into each of the next 5 treble crochets. And you want to repeat that across the entire row. Okay, we're ready to begin the second and final row of the edging now. It starts with a chain 1 and single crochet into the first stitch, chain 15, then you want to hook that long chain in your pinky finger on your dominant working crochet hand and single crochet in the next treble crochet. Chain 15, single crochet in the next treble crochet, and we'll repeat this 2 more times. So over each section of 5 treble crochets, you'll have 5 single crochets with 4 chain 15 spaces between them, then chain 9, single crochet in the next single crochet, chain 9, and start the repeat all over. And you're going to want to repeat that all the way across. I love how this edging just really is a continuation of the actual stitch pattern. I'll show you on the finished shawl again, and you can see how beautifully the edging mimics the stitch pattern, but just makes it a little bigger and a little more dramatic. And the little bits of fringe in between each repeat kind of looks like tassels, kind of looks like flower petals. I just really think that the 2 patterns work so beautifully together. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about anything we talked about today, please leave them for me in the comments below. There are links in the video description for where to find the pattern with charts and where to find Be So Baby yarn and the crochet hook and tool set that we use today in this video. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. I'll see you in the next video.